Rhythmical accuracy. Everybody wants to have it, but not all too many people regularly practice it. Guitarists, for instance. But the thing is, if you play everything not accurate at all, it will sound kinda bad. But if you play it on point, everything will sound kinda good. So now that we know why rhythmical accuracy is so important, we just have to achieve it. So what I'm gonna do now is to explain every way to practice rhythmical accuracy I could think of. Some methods you may never heard of, others are kinda obvious, just like this first one. Playing with a metronome, well, no shit. If you play guitar, you can just practice steady strumming, alternate picking. If you play drums, you can just do steady strokes, paradiddles. Or if you play any other instrument, you quite frankly find an equivalent to the things I just mentioned. And then just practice. If a metronome is too boring for you, you can just play it to a drum machine or with other people or jam to your favorite songs. But never forget to really focus on your rhythmical accuracy and listen to your playing. But now, Cory, Wong, Funk Legend, once made a video where he demonstrated a lot of interesting things to do with the metronome. He basically just reduced the amount of accountability from the metronome, so you don't have all 4 quarter notes, but for instance just the metronome clicks at 1 and 3 or at 2 and 4, or just on 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And obviously you can reduce that further. You can just say, okay, I just want the metronome 1 click at this certain 16th note. If you want to have a better and more in-depth description, just check out Cory Wong's video. It's called Guitar Lesson, Timing and Mental Awareness. Link in the description. He also made a guitar course where you can learn a lot about rhythmical guitar playing. I haven't purchased it, but probably go check it out. What you can also try is to not play exactly on the grid, but instead you can play a little bit before that or a little bit after that. So you're essentially rushing or dragging, playing chilled and laid back. This will definitely give you more overall control over your timing and feel and stuff like that. You can especially see how good you are doing the rushing or dragging when you record it. And don't forget this word record. It's gonna be of utter importance later in this video, so keep it in your head. And by the way, you can also try some different swing percentages while playing to a metronome. It will also give you more control over everything, basically. Sadly, all techniques I just showed you require an instrument to play. But what if you don't have access to an instrument right now? For example, when you're waiting for the bus. Is it still possible to practice rhythmical accuracy if you don't have an instrument? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yeah, sure, definitely. You can just clap, tap, snap, and if you want to make really good progress, I would suggest you to get used to more complex rhythms. Polyrhythms, nested tablets, all time signatures, just to name a few. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about all that stuff. I also wanted to do a video about polyrhythms, maybe I should do that. But yeah, basically just do what I did in school whenever the lesson was boring, or actually when the lesson was interesting too, but did it anyways. Also practice drumming technique with pencils and scissors, which brings me to my next point. Start to learn drums. It's not really an exercise, you know, it's more like a bonus tip, but drums are great and it's fun. So if you want to play drums, play drums. Bonus tip. And now the absolute best tip to practice rhythmical accuracy. Start to record yourself. There are no excuses. Use some cheap ass microphone. There are even guitar cables with a USB end. That's what I started with. Definitely sounds like shit, but works to practice rhythmical accuracy. Also, you can buy an interface or somehow use your phone as an input device. I don't know. Just look, go on the internet, Google, find a way and start to record yourself. You may wonder why recording yourself is even better than playing to metronome. That's because when you play to metronome, you may think, oh, that sounds kind of good. Then you start to record it and then you realize, oh, that sounds kind of bad. And that's because when you record it, you can both see and hear exactly where you are off, where it's messy. You can see every little detail. If you don't believe me that recording yourself is the best way to practice rhythmical accuracy, let me prove it to you. Here, this is my 5th New York self, just trying to record a slow blues, and if you listen closely you can hear it sounds like shit. And the reason why I actually tried to record slow blues was because first I tried to record the same blues but faster, but it was even worse. And now, 3 years later, this is my new track, Feedback Guitar Playthrough. Check it out by the way. And you can see it's maybe far from perfect, but it's way better than what I did 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years. How did I do that? I recorded myself repeatedly over the last 3 years, and it got better and better, so just start to record yourself. So if you record yourself, please do me the favor and don't quantize things and edit stuff. Just repeatedly try to play it until it's kinda good, or even not really good, but the best thing you can possibly make. And then over time, you know, I know it's painful, it still is for me, but you will get a much better player that way, much better. So basically just work on rhythmical accuracy because it will make you a better player. Start to record yourself because it will help you a lot with that. Practice all the other stuff I just said and subscribe.